Welcome to Balas's YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning Science and Technology Part 1 for Class 10. And our chapter is Chapter 2 Periodic Classification of Element Part 1. Subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon. So let us start with the introduction. We have learned in the previous standard that all the atoms of an element are of only one type. But today 118 elements are known to the scientific world. However, around the year 1800, about 30 elements were known. More number of elements were discovered in the course of time. More and more information about the properties of these elements was gathered. So to ease the study of such a large number of elements, scientists studied the pattern in a vast information about them. You know that in the initial classification, elements were classified into groups of metals and non-metals. So later on, another class of elements were called metalloids were noticed. So as the knowledge about elements and their properties went on increasing, different scientists started trying out different method of classification. So the first method of classification will be studying about the Dobenius triad. In the year 1817, there was a German scientist, Dobereiner, suggested that the properties of elements are related to the atomic masses. He made a group of 3 elements, each having similar chemical properties, and called them as triad. He arranged the 3 elements in a triad in an increasing order of atomic masses and showed that the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the mean of the atomic mass of the other 2 elements. However, all the known elements could not be classified into the Dobenius triad. So let us see some example. He made a table. He took 3 elements, lithium, sodium and potassium. The atomic mass of the lithium is 6.9. Atomic mass of the potassium is 39.1. He took the mean of these 2 elements, 6.9 plus 39.1, which comes to be 46, divided by 2, you get 23.0. Now he searched that is there any element which is approximately or equal to 23.0. So he got the similar property elements, that is the sodium, and he placed sodium, which is 23.0, in the middle of the element, that is middle of the 3 elements. Lithium, sodium and potassium forms one triad. He took one more example, calcium, strontium and barium. Calcium is 40.1, barium is 137.3. He took the mean of the calcium and barium and he got the number as 88.7. But he want a similar element which is similar to calcium and barium, and their atomic mass should be 88.7 approximately. Approximately means not exactly, it can vary. So he got a similar property of calcium and barium, that is strontium, which is 87.6, which is approximate to 88.7. So he placed that strontium in between calcium and barium and made one more triad. Another example, he took chlorine and iodine. Chlorine Cl, which is 35.5, iodine 126.9. He took the mean of the chlorine and iodine and he found 81.2 as the mean, but he want a similar property, that is similar to chlorine and iodine. Later on he found that bromine, which is 79.9, is approximate to 81.2, and the bromine's chemical property is similar to chlorine and iodine. So he placed that bromine in between chlorine and iodine. That means the middle element is approximately the atomic mass of the other two elements. So these are the examples of Dobinier's triad. However, all the known elements he could not classify into the Dobinier's triad. So his theory failed. Then after some days, another scientist whose name was Newland, he was an English scientist. His full name is John Newland. So he correlated the atomic masses of the elements to their properties in a different way. In the year 1866, Newland arranged the element known at the time, that is in an increasing order of the atomic masses. It started with the lightest element, hydrogen, and ended up with thorium. He found that every eighth element had properties similar to the first. So this is the chart. You can see here he arranged the element in an increasing order of their atomic masses. He arranged the element known at the time in an increasing order of their atomic masses. He found that every eighth element had properties similar to the first. Let's say, for example, sodium, which is the eighth element from lithium. Sodium, which is the eighth element from lithium, both have a similar properties. Fluorine, which is the eighth element to hydrogen, both have similar properties. Magnesium, which is the eighth element to barium, both have similar properties. In this way, he arranged the element, that is, every eighth element had properties similar to the first. So Newland compared the similarities with the octave in music, and he called the similarity observed in the eighth and the first element as the law of octave, that is Newland's law of octave. But Newland's table also had some drawbacks. Therefore, it was discontinued. There were many limitations found in the Newland's octave. This law was found to be applicable only up till calcium. You can see here, these are the elements which are arranged, that is first and eighth. But in calcium, this law was not applicable, because after calcium, that is CRT, and after all these elements, every eighth element did not possess properties similar to those of the first. He fitted all the known elements in the table of 7 into 8, that is 56 boxes. At the time of Newland, 56 elements were known. So he placed 2 elements each in some boxes to accommodate all the known elements in the table. Let's say, for example, here cobalt and nickel. Another example, Ce and La. So here he placed the 2 elements in one boxes. So these are placed in some column as fluorine, chlorine and bromine, which have a different properties than these elements. You can see here hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine and bromine, but this cobalt and nickel should be placed over here in place of iron. In this example, cobalt and nickel, that is Ce and La, moreover he placed some elements with different properties under the same notes in the octave. So here Newland's octave did not have provision to accommodate the newly discovered elements. The properties of the new elements discovered later on did not fit in the Newland's law of octave. As we have seen above, iron resembles cobalt and nickel in properties has been placed far away from these elements. So his theory also did not complete. So thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, subscribe it and don't forget to see the part 2 video.